tournament. You can imagine how their streak draws to a close. Maybe they can get a bit of revenge here on Gambit's map pick. I'm also curious what a pug-heavy Vertigo is even going to look like. Because, you know, pugging it out on Mirage, running amok on one of the more standard maps in CS is one thing. Doing it here on the vertical king of Vertigo,
Well, on the other side, it's, well, T-sides for Entropiq, so we get to actually see what they wanted to do. They never really got a chance to show us that in the first map.
I think they got that one round.
Yeah, they got that one round, that pistol round, without even guns. So yeah, now they get to run some executes. That's going to be fun to see. Gambit, though, ready to stop them, ready to warm in. Krag gets a mid-pick, and he backs out. And you know Entropiq are taking this one more than seriously, considering now they've been given an opportunity to convert a pistol, and that can already... Okay, that's one way to do it. Tiny little pixel gap. Nafany on the flank, but they know about him. Kubak has gone to deal with that player. Forrester will trade instead. Sure, he's got to clear close though, and Forrester does not give him the satisfaction. 2 kills from the man, and Axel hunted down. It's 3 from Forrester to find the pistol. You've already one-upped Mirage, so anywhere here is just gravy. And you gotta have gravy, man.
Now, gravy is like one of the... What would you even call it? Is it a sauce? It doesn't feel genuine to call it a sauce.
The cornerstone.
But it can be a sauce.
Does sauce depend on the thickness?
I don't know, because...
Is a liquid a sauce? Is a sludge a liquid? These are all questions.
Yeah, sludge is liquid. Like that.
Okay,
right.
so a sauce is a liquid.
But, like, I don't know, because when I think sauce, I think, like... Not gravy. Unless it was in a pot.
It is a sauce. I don't know where we're going with this. It is a sauce. And I've asked my sources, per sources, and they responded, yes, indeed. Regardless, Harry.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Gravy is really good. That's the point we're trying to drive home here. And right now, Entropiq sipping on the gravy, maybe. Gravy train, something like that.
Yes,
I'm going to stop talking about gravy.
Please do.
Because right now, Entropiq were the ones getting roasted back on Mirage. For anyone non-British, you eat gravy with a roast. There was the link in. All jokes are better when you take the time to explain why they were funny to begin with.
Oh.
And here is Nickelback, Smack 10. Trying to spam smokes. It's a weird little round. They're in the smokes, but also so are Gambit. It's smokes on smokes, and while that often sounds like a good time, it can quickly spiral into a period of anxiety, as Entropiq are figuring out right now. This 4-on-4 is not comfortable by any means. Axile's flank getting shut down has at least given you a bit of a sigh of relief. Sure, Hobbit. Or not Hobbit. He's running away already. Sure, Nafany might get out with an AK, might live to tell the tale of this A-bomb site, but that should be the extent of this round. You're not winning it, and you might even die to the mid-lurk of Crad.
Crud. What can you do, though? Krag cleaning house and gets an AK out as well. That was weird for Gambit. They were waiting for the flank, but Nafany was so deep up on short. I guess he thought that he was being held. He had a really good timing to backstab and maybe still win the round, but instead he's waiting for this flank from Axel. Axel sees everyone, right? 3 players there out of 4. And then Nafany activates, but it's already too late. His timing is gone. So, a bit of an awkward one for Gambit, but we were always waiting for rifles. They were never going to 16-0 twice, Harry.
You did say that to me earlier.
No one 16-0s twice.
And I said, well, you never know, Hugo. Anything is possible, but...
Now I know.
Now you know.
Full A stack, bomb going B. This round's over.
Yeah, hate to call it while the round's still in play.
I'm calling it.
But it's just the truth. And, you know, y'all can't handle the truth, as it were.
Good film, that one.
What film's that from?
Oof. What's the name of it? The one with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise and...
Come on, Hugo. He's Googling it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I'm going to quick Google. That's the thing, mate.
A Few Good Men. How could I forget that?
You good men.
It's a great film.
Well, it takes a couple of bad ones to leave you with a 16-0 scoreline that we just had. But Entropiq are out here looking for revenge.
Some of the best men, you could say. But we have to see what Gambit can do.
Estimate. I like pronouncing, you know, like men like mun. Like Spider-Man.
Oh, I hate that. Batman and Superman go head to head.
Who would win in a fight? Well, firstly, Batman v Superman.
Billionaire or the alien? I go with the alien.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, joke's on you, trick question, because all billionaires are both.
Oh no, Shiro, mispick. Won't cost him anything. In fact, Nafany finishes the job.
Reasonable.
Shiro never started. So Shiro re-aggresses. Little dunk onto Nickelback. Goes for the AK. Given a bit of room here, but Axel has removed the lurker over at B. Feels like Axel's wasted on the B bomb site in this CT side. We'll see if it's a problem though. Nafany spotting from above. Will drop off eventually. Molly coming onto short will give Shiro more room to re-aggress if he needs to. Just using all the util right now, forcing the hand. Entropiq go in, charging the site. Minute on the clock, bombs in at least, but can it go down? Will they be able to spam it out? Jumping up is a dangerous decision, but it works out for Ellie, and he gets Hobbit off the top. Nafany traded after one. Nickel back on shore. All the info here for Gambit now to set them up for the retake. Axel not flanking, he's regrouping. There's no kit at the moment, and I don't know if there's one dropped, so time is a problem.
Time is a problem for all of us. Oh, there is a kit right there actually on the bomb, so it's almost by design. Crad trying to hold the line, dead after one. It's all on to Nickelback. Oh, there's the swing, and Shiro is looking clean all right. They're going to grab the defuse with just enough time to spare. Just enough time. Oh my God.
Calculating. Why even get off for the kit? He's saying, nah, sure, I've got it. Don't worry about it. I'm on the bomb, we're fine. And they knew, although that was damn close, you're really playing with fire with that one. Shiro even ran away. He wasn't convinced. He was like, I'm out of here. Shiro's so great on retakes. He's never afraid to swap off with the AWP. And when he does, I feel like it's always to the betterment of Gambit on these retake rounds. So, yeah, you know, not the end of the world to lose that if you're Entropiq. It was a first gun. You know Gambit coming in hot, but you need to respond before your money gets kerfuffled.
Did you see the little Fallout chair? That was pretty cool. It says property of Vault Tech. I don't imagine you played Fallout,
Never
Hugo.
played Fallout.
Hugo only plays Counter-Strike, and I commend him for that. Yeah. But never a single-player gamer, apart from when he was in his youth.
When I was a kid, I played the Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring up the
Lego Harry Potter.
The Lego game.
Oh, they were great fun, man.
And that just kind of shows what childhood you had. Bullied a lot, I bet. Here's Axel holding down the line over at B. And speaking of bullies, he is hunting them down right now. That is an epic gamer moment, or whatever they said in their launch trailer that was pathetic. Forrester will come out with one in response, but ultimately, this is looking like a Gambit round all day long.
Yeah, Hobbit's on the big flank. Forrester does give it a check, but he's a bit early to this one. And if he goes forward, it's a double setup, ready to swing. That's if Shiro were to miss, and why would he? Crad, it's a nice flank, but with your entire team dead, everyone's ready for it. Nafany goes back, Hobbit activates, and at this point, you're soon to realize where Crad is via where he's not.
Yeah, like ICBM.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
who's BMing who?
No, that's funny actually. You know, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. They work out where they are, where they're not.
From where they're not. That makes sense. Yeah, but surely there's a lot more places where they're not than where they are.
Yes, that is true.
Wouldn't that take them longer?
No, because science, Hugo.
Ah, yes. I don't understand it, but it works.
That's basically most of humanity's understanding of our existence, right? Like most of the world has driver's licenses, yet a shockingly low amount of people actually understand the inner workings of a motor vehicle.
Don't need to, mate.
No, exactly, but that's why the collapse of society will ruin us all, Hugo.
You've been playing too much Fallout, Harry.
Yeah, I have, mate. Property of Vault Tech all day long.
See, I understand what all the games are. I just, you know, haven't wasted thousands of hours of my time.
You sound like, you know, like you're going to break out like Fortnite darts. I understand the games, you know, like
I'm flossing right now, but not very well. 3-2, Gambit on the board, double down, and the double mid setup is a lovely time to pull it in. They dodge the flash. It's very obvious for this position. That flash was, hoping to get a deep player off the angle. Instead, the close men, well, they're here. Sorry, the close men, they're here to deal death. They'll close, man.
Yeah. The molly sends you packing, locks you out of middle. You're not going there anytime soon, but what if the mid comes to you, baby? Hobbit. Creeping up, creeping in, doing his thing, and looking good while he does it. Gonna tell Entropiq to shove it. They group up at ramp. They're going to A. But Nafany here to ruin their day. Flash in hand. Looking quite mean. Got support maybe from the big green. No, Shiro's dropped it. AK in hand. Gonna take Gambit to the promised land. Here he is, locking it down over at the top of ramp. I'm done, Hugo.
Yeah, okay, right.
Take it away.
Dr. Seuss, eat your heart out.
Not a real doctor, as it turns out.
Oh, also beat his wife, so not that cool. Hobbit. Oh, the lineup! Locking it down. Easy round for Hobbit, and Gambit keep it clean. 5 alive.
That's real bad, Dr. Seuss. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, I've heard some bad things. Reviews aren't great. Rhymes, pretty good, though. Well done, Harry. That was lovely.
Yeah, cheers, man. I try at times. Hobbit, this was a lovely little 3-piece. Lovely. And then he pulls out the stiletto knife at the end for the, a little bit of class, a little bit of flair. Doesn't have an infinite inspect loop animation.
No, that's that's all that matters, really, at the end of the day.
Little A play maybe for Entropiq, maybe.
Yeah, good luck getting it ramp though. We got that deep flash. Is someone playing off of it? No. Just keeping you on your toes. You never know when that's just a flash for fun or a flash for a fight. Setting that conditioning early. Oh, Krat does clear it, but Hobbit very tucked in. That's a very dangerous angle to play because you can't bail from it. If you want to be tucked up against the wall like Hobbit did there, there's actually a pillar to your left that blocks you in that position. You've got to run backwards before you can hold your A key and get out. So it's very dangerous. You have to get the kill, and you can't escape. You will get traded if there's 2 players. Shiro doesn't matter because it's Nafany doubling down from short side. Now Shiro goes over the top, flankers in, and no armor makes it a quick job. It's 4-3, and it's another flawless round out of Gambit, looking good. They always were going to be on their map pick. Confirm. Yeah, this angle, it's really nice. You can see he has to back up there, though, right? That pillar's very annoying. Yeah, I feel the same way. It hurts, man. It hurts.
Oh, we got a little pause here, and of the technical nature.
We haven't had many tech problems.
No, actually,
pretty smooth.
This is as of right now the longest tech pause we've had on the CIS side of things.
What do we do, Harry? I'm losing my mind. What? Give us some poems. Give us a haiku.
I can't just.
No, I know you can't just ask for that. Be funny.
I've done that to you so many times.
Yeah, just tell a joke.
When I just say, "Oh, Hugo, you're so funny, man. Be funny right now." And it's like, it's one of those things. Pressure is a wonderful thing because it either makes or breaks us, and for a lot of us, it does just break us. But not for guys like Gambit,
and not for guys like Harry who are hilarious. Like, tell them a joke.
Gambit broke Entropiq's win streak by 16-0ing them on Mirage.
That's a pretty good one, actually.
Classic, classic.
Oh, that one hurts. Yeah, it's a good game out of Gambit, though. Always was going to be. And, I think Entropiq, after getting reamed out on Mirage, we're just seeing how many they can get here. We're just seeing if they can save some face. 3's good, but 3 to 4 is good, but not if they don't keep it up. They need to build, Harry. They need some gun rounds here, and sooner the better. Because I feel like as the deeper the hole gets dug, the harder it is to pull yourself out.
100%. That's the very nature of holes, right?
Yep.
That is, like, famously their whole shtick, right?
Whole shtick, nice, yeah.
So I wonder, what the tech problem is. If you were to guess. No, I'm screwing with you.
But turn it into a rhyme at the same time.
But like, make it like a rap while being a commentary on like the kind of social structure of society.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because you're not the boss of me.
I just realized, big 51 over in middle. We could call middle area 51 because occasionally You know, a bunch of folks try to bum rush it. Didn't go too well for them when they did that. It was mostly weebs, from my understanding.
They didn't even do anything. They just stood outside and took a bunch of Instagram
They
photos.
got to the gate that everyone is allowed to go to. And then the
big guns
the people operating at the gate were like, yeah, they're a pretty cool crowd, pretty calm. You know, they've all agreed to not go into Area 51.
Wow, that kind of ruined the
Wow,
vibe.
guys.
We will gun you down if you cross the fence.
Yeah, that is true, right?
Fair enough, to be honest, you know. Did you ever think you were going to get in there, especially announcing it on Facebook? Hey, guys, we're going to break into your house.
Man, it's my understanding, though, that like Facebook's notoriously hard to monitor, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. No one knows what's going on. You know, what's cool about Vertigo as a map, like we're seeing here, is there's lots of other areas. Not that it needs changes, but there are lots of other areas that you can Valve could open up, right? Like, because it's still getting built, your options are very open in terms of like changing the map.
What if you brought back like kind of a homage to old Vertigo? You could run boost from ramp to T-spawn, like a ramp around that, like the elevator-y thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No, it would be garbage. It would ruin the map.
You can do it on B, and that's cool enough, right? Like, that was left in.
Yeah.
I like that. 4-3. We're back in. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, this is a very good-looking Gambit, it's safe to say, right? Entropiq, they might have got the pistol, they might have got the conversions, but now we're back to that same reckoning we had on Mirage. Admittedly, not the same pretty 16-0 scoreline, but it's still good. It's still clean since the rifles have come out. And as we say, you know, Gambit, they're looking to take on Na'Vi in a grand final. That's what they want. And I mean, you know, it's quite nice seeing Gambit look this confident, because if they are going to be world beaters, if they are going to be, you know, major contenders when that major comes around for someone vying for that top spot, they need to be able to brush these kind of teams aside easier. Teams that are on the come up in a position similar to where Gambit found themselves, you know, a couple of years ago. So this is nice, seeing this level of comfortability out of the Gambit squad.
Yeah, and I don't want to, you know, keep going back to the, Na'Vi struggle against CIS teams, because they haven't in this tournament. They've looked really, really good, but like, you know, if you want to talk about top CIS teams and you talk about Gambit and Na'Vi, Na'Vi have had those problems. Gambit never seemingly had, right? As soon as they got to the top, they've, you know, stayed up there. They've held position. Yeah, okay, they're going to have a couple of bad events. Name a team that didn't. Don't name Astralis, that's cheating. You know, it's hard to stay at the top, but Gambit, at least in terms of beating their up-and-coming regional foes, have never had a problem with that. So that is reassuring. It's always been Gambit and Na'Vi in these finals of these CRS, RMRs, always exciting, always fun. 4-3. 5-3 now, in fact.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother round, just gone by like that, Harry. You never know what you had until it's gone.
No, that's true. Oh, Axile getting cheeky with it. Yeah. Really seeing how much he can get away with. So how much can he get away with? The answer, shockingly little. And Nafany, well, he'll have more success on his aggro push down towards a ramp. Really, this could force a bit of a B play out of Entropiq. Either you go B quickly right now, or you spend a lot of time in this round retaking a ramp from a Gambit that, for all you know, could be pushed all the way down, could be rotating to stack B. There's a lot of ways this could go wrong. They've elected to try and move into B quickly. But as mentioned, because of the info, Gambit have got a lot of players here, a lot of bodies in the site. Inters does not know that Nickelback is already up.
Oh, it goes both ways, though. Inters flicks back, he gets him. No way he should be getting that kill. Nickelback never knew he was there either. He was flashed as he got into that corner, and Elian was waiting for the side peek. He'll never get it. Nafany will get warning as he sees Crad come through on the metal, and Elian needs these AWP picks, needs anything, or needs to save. And it's a sad reality that may not even get allowed. Hobbit is ready to go, but he doesn't want to give up the A site and shuffle the defense if he dies on a push, so he holds on. Still 30 seconds, still room for Elian to win the round, but I don't think he's convinced just by the fact he's going middle. It looks like he's selling himself down the river. 6 to Gambit. And a great game out of them right now. Ever since we got their guns, they have not given up a round.
Oh, will they get away with the AWP? Alien don't miss those, and everyone else is a little too far away to remove it. So you don't ever say in whether or not that AWP gets taken out of play. Regardless, I don't think Gambit are too worried. You know, having this AWP, it hasn't really felt like a big difference maker for Entropiq. It hasn't really been, you know, something to bail them out. These rounds are coming in thick and fast for Gambit, looking for a commanding 2-0 in the semi-final of the last CIS RMR here at IEM Fall.
Shiro not... Oh, he got spotted there. Not peeking deep, just holding for the short jump up. Many players will do that out of timings. Shiro looks to find one of his own. He's got to be careful. They are moving up, and so Shiro bounds out. They dodged. They have no idea how close these T's are, but they're about to find out. Double nade onto Hobbit. He still sprays, but he'll only get one. Nafany could have activated. Only the yellow player was watching him and no one else. Shiro backs up. Nafany's still here, though, and the AWP finds him. Massive kill for Elian. Still a winnable round. You've not got a lot to play with. It's all Shiro. Last bastion of hope jumping up is Inters. He deletes the AWP and the bomb. And even that spray connected a lot of damage to Forrester. Almost took down Shiro with him. 20 health and a 1v3 to find for Forrester.
Yeah, the odds kind of stacked against you here, bud. He's been left in a, you know, even back on Mirage, left in a lot of these 1vx's was Forrester, and never able to get them over the line. There is a lot of damage done in this round, but it goes both ways, right? Forrester's looking a little worse for wear as he creeps up into this site. The bomb being wide, you know, in plain view of Elevator is rough. And he's moving on back.
Shiro faked the reset. He ran ladder and went down and then came back up, silent. So now Forrest is
wasting time, checking dead angles.
Yeah, and there's no flank. You might just have to save. And do you want to save on ramp when you know they're going to push you? Well, you don't get the choice.
Don't have to worry about getting pushed if you bring the fight to them, right?
Oh dear.
You know, it might look a little ugly, but this was always kind of going to be the case. I think, right, like when you let both teams kind of run a very, you know, pug-heavy setup where you are trying to move away from your usual style and not looking to bring out any fancy strats. You know, pound for pound, Gambit do just have incredible players. And Entropiq, also, it does feel like maybe a bit of a slow day in the office.
Yeah, definitely.
As mentioned, though, these teams are already guaranteed spots at the major. So in that sense for Entropiq, it's not all doom and gloom, right? They did what they came here to do. They're going to run down Nafany at top ramp, and that's not something he's been used to. Hasn't really had a disrespect play out of Entropiq like that to contend with yet.
Yeah, it's all Gambit showed on the T side of Mirage, so nice to see Entropiq finding some form in that regard. They could run a full exec here. That would be really nice, right? Like, have a player dedicated to watching that boost, clear your short corner. You don't have a molly, so that's a bit scary. But yeah, full smokes coming in. Harry, here's how you throw the right side one real quick, just so you get it right next time. And now the site is
never let me live it down. I missed it once.
No, I'm just no one knows it. No one knows any of it.
I do. I watch Carrigan's videos where he shows you how to do it.
Oh, well, maybe you should pay more attention. It's a 4-on-3 Entropiq. Ha! The flank on flank. Hobbit over the tippity top. Dinked somehow for almost no damage. And he gets out alive. Waiting for this flank to activate now.
Yeah, but because they know about it, you know, Inters is going to have a rough time being the first man to move. He is very much reliant on his teammates drawing attention away from this wrap round. The close player should get the better of him. Inters has no reason to win that out. Hobbit now chasing them down. They need to get on this bomb. Hobbit, low on that next player, and Shiro on the bomb. He's won it just by sticking it. Elian too far away, wrapping short, left him in a position where he couldn't stop that defuse. And so Gambit managed to win that round 3-on-4 in the retake.
How does Inters get that close kill? That nade as well that he threw, giving away his flank again before he got it, did so much damage, and that helped out on Hobbit. I don't know how he even gets that check off, though. Insane round out of Gambit, one that never should have come through. And they were so prioritized with the flank, so occupied by it. The Hobbit just runs out on short. Gambit. Nothing can go wrong, seemingly. Shiro's now playing in front of the smoke, ahead of it, on top of it, in all directions but down. Maybe a B execute here. We've got a quick flash going in from middle, and they're just going to run it into smokes him. Preemptive for a Molotov. He's going to have to hide out in it. Hobbit dead after one, but that's bought time for Axel and Inters, both of which are fragging loose. It's only Crad up. 1 on 4. Shiro in mid doesn't let him get any space, and it's 9-3 for Gambit. These rounds typically are so clean.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not a 16-0, but it's about as close as you can get after losing the pistol and the conversion.
Yeah, we're not done yet. There's still always room. You're going to have, you know, some CT gun or a CT gun round at least if you lose pistol, if you're Entropiq. But here, I'm not sitting here saying it's 12-3 yet. Sure, certainly could be. Sure is looking that way. But it's not yet.
That is a...
If you think it's already over before it's over, you've already lost. Yeah, sure. And I don't think Entropiq are thinking that way. They're looking for a round. They're trying everything they can.
No, that's true. That's true. It's like that meme, you know, it's like, I love it when sports commentators tell me it's not over while it's not over.
Yeah, and the way you know it's not over is because it's still going.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, crazy.
Right now it's Gambit going deep. Maybe even too deep into the depths, right? Dwarves always dig too deep. What do the hobbits do?
Nice.
Right now, it's Nafany and Shiro looking to get up in the guts of Entropiq all the way down here towards the bottom of ramp. There's a boost over the smoke, but Shiro's holding it.
They're not ready for this. There is no way they are ready for this. 3B anymore. No, the smoke fade. Good for Nickelback. Shiro re-aggresses and he drops him though. Bomb again found, and Forrester, careful, there's a smoke there. Shiro might just shoot you through it if he wants. Forrester gonna walk right on into A. Oh, the flash peek. Oh, nice tap. That's dirty. How many more? None. I don't even get to finish my sentence.
Yeah, I saw you realize it, like desperately trying to. How many more does he get? None is the answer.
Yeah.
Gosh, Shiro. I love it whenever, you know, like, especially in a game like this where you are just kind of taking every single fight. Whenever Shiro's doing that, he looks so damn clinical, so damn good. And, you know, this isn't the kind of confidence you routinely get out of him. You occasionally get games where he does this, but it's making a ramp just feel off limits. This double hold out of him and Nafany has not been an easy thing to get past. And so 10-3, mid push as well coming in. There is this ladder player that could disrupt that. And indeed, Crad will. Hobbit on the receiving end. And Forrester up ramp thought it was looking a little too clear, but Elian's kept it in the advantage of Entropiq. Maybe there's still a chance at that 5-10 half. Shiro could get caught with util out. Tag. That's kind of... Oh, never mind. Nickelback running and shooting is able to deal with him. Crad late lurking through middle. Might disrupt this whole damn thing. A 2-on-4. Now, this is one you've got to win if you're Entropiq.
Yeah, there's no excuses here. There's no other way out. And, oh, just about. Crad gets that kill. Molly down, and Axel can trade, but he's not exactly in a winning position. As good as he's been, Elian comes to him through the smoke. And that's 4 rounds for Entropiq. That's why it's never over, Harry, because it's still going. You know, and we see, like, more of what Entropiq want to do there, right? Like, Krad's been trying to get these mid-lurks off in so many rounds, but it's always, you know, you got 5-on-5s, you got Gambit with numbers, Shiro still mid with the orb, locking that down. Ridiculous kill from Nickelback, just running and shooting, but it works. A random bullet finds a face.
You can see Hobbit a little frustrated there after he's the first man to fall, conceding that mid-control, right? Get the vibe that, like, he's a little sick and tired of everyone else getting away with all these crazy peaks, and so he's like, I'm going to give it a go. And then actually does get punished for it for a change. Shiro, yeah, that's trying to be a little too fancy, but Hobbit and Nafany both get a kill apiece. This short smoke has been a consistent way for Gambit to spam out openers. Only helped out by the M4A1S buff, right? Making it even harder to deal with those spammers.
He drops the molly, but then he falls, so he can't even capitalize on it. It doesn't matter, Axel still fights. He's flashed back in, so that keeps Lackey back. Crad, ooh, going through the smoke could be nice, but Hobbit's seen him, and he catches him on the fade. Bomb dropped, Lackey goes back, delaying perhaps the inevitable. Hobbit AWP, I like a Hobbit AWP. Big gun for a big man. Oh, maybe too big. Lackey, all right, maybe a clutch. Give us something to close the half. 1v1 now, but he's very low.
Yeah, not impossible though, and you know, 5-10, that would make this a recoverable scoreline. That would give you a little more faith in Entropiq, but right now it's a waiting game. We're not talking Squid Game, we're talking waiting. No one wanting to make that first move, but the fight is not going to come to you, Lackey. You're the one on the clock. It's only when that bomb goes down that gets switched up. He's planted for CT. Oh no, that is a little rough as he runs into Ellie. That's where Axel bests him. And so the 1v1 goes the way of Gambit. 11-4 at the end of this first half of play. The 4 rounds that Entropiq were able to muster, only one of them coming off rifles. So is that going to be enough for them to turn it around? Or a Gambit looking for the clean 2-0?
It's cool when you play in one roster without any changes, because you understand without any words what your teammate wants to do and how he wants to play. Everyone, I mean, I can even didn't call something, but say something like only one word, and everyone in team will understand me what I want to do. And I think like same with each other in our team. So it's our advantage, I will say.
Yeah, that's right. Gambit are looking fired up. That's bad news for any Entropiq fans out there. After already witnessing a 16-0 to your team back on Mirage, you're now having to endure an 11-4 half beating from the Gambit side once again on their home map of Vertigo. They're looking for a 2-0. They're looking for a grand final. And the way I see it, they want to try and beat Na'Vi there.
Yeah, if they keep up this form, they certainly might as well. This has been an excellent day out of Gambit. That Mirage game, I don't need to tell you, was disgusting. And now Vertigo giving up 1 rifle round, the other 3 with a pistol and conversions. That could be breathing room for Entropiq if they find this first round, but that's a big if. Or Gambit make it that easy. Will they just close it out before Entropiq have a chance?
Oh, they're aggroing down ramp. Not seeing anything has lulled them into a false sense of security that this was looking like a B play, when in reality, that bomb is on its way up through ramp and over here towards A. With 2 smokes in play, you're looking to put down that standard smoke wall, cut off these CTs, and with no utility to slow down bomb plants to force fights, the kills have just got to come in dry. Inter's on for a double, will get dropped by the second man on short, but they're already in the site. Nickelback caught between a rock and a hard place. And Hobbit's going, never mind, doesn't need to go through, because Shiro has just tapped out a double. And Lackey's dead as well. 12 on the board for Gambit, and at this point, you know, Hugo, I know you were very keen on saying, like, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
Even you broken down at thinking this should just be the dominant 2-0 finish in the semis, into a grand final from a Gambit that looked lights out.
I mean, Harry, I was always thinking, I just didn't want to say it, you know. I don't want to say game's over before it's over, and it's still not over technically because it's still going, but at the same time, do Entropiq have any real room to come back? Probably not without a pistol. They have 1 gun round now to do everything with, and the rest are going to be half-buys, forces, ecos, you name it. Crad, it's time to just throw whatever you can at Gambit and see what sticks. To suggest otherwise would be disingenuous, maybe even insulting to the way the Gambit have played today. It has been lights out. They're hunting Crad. They almost finish him. Forrester on short. Lots of free damage. Painted up. Or Entropiq. Ooh, these spams can easily finish the job. Here comes a re-aggression. Mac 10 gonna churn and chew through 2. Nickelback low. And even though everyone's here for Entropiq, Molotovs are about to make your time very bad indeed. Mac 10 does the damage. 3 for Nafferty. And now this round is just a quick shot away from death. 13-4. And the eco now for Entropiq.
Yeah. Exactly as you stipulated, Hugo, you've got 1 rifle round to try and turn this whole game around on.
Optimistic?
It is optimistic. Very optimistic. Yeah, there's a reason you diversify your trading portfolio. Yeah. It's so if, you know, one doesn't work out, maybe the others do. Maybe you still make a return on investment there. But for Entropiq, you know, they've gone the other route. They've got 1 stock and a bunch of it. You know, that's what they're going to have to try and rely on in turning this game around on the back of. Dual Berettas for Lackey.
Ooh. Oh no, that's the worst part. You set up for the aggro. Shiro didn't even realize he still got the kill. On for the ace, but he doesn't want it. He'd rather just keep 5 alive, play those numbers. But yeah, you set up to re-aggro, and then Gambit come to you before your flash even goes in. It's one of those moments we saw in the first half for Entropiq where the flash is deeper than your opponents are, right? When they deep flash middle and Gambit a double setup close on the... What do you even call that? You play it a lot, the white box in middle, close. The pallets.
I just say like...
White box.
Yeah, white box.
Yeah, don't have a call for that either. The one at the back of the A site as well, you know, he's there at the back.
Oh, you want one?
The one that, you know, Magisk box.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's right, I was always
yeah.
That
that just works. Normally, I just say Magisk.
He's there. I forgot my point, but yeah, it sucks when the flash goes deeper than the players.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah. Sometimes shallow is better, but...
well, if you ever wanted to summarize how unfortunate Entropiq have been, the random Mac 10 spam headshot onto a head armorless Forrester really does kind of sum it up quite nicely. The Galils rushing into this B site have made it a 4-on-4, but if you look, that bomb is still waiting on the back of Shiro over at the bottom of B ramp. This doesn't have to be a commitment if you don't want it to be a commitment. And Gambit, they've got commitment issues perhaps. They might bow out of this one and look elsewhere.
Yeah, they could do another reboost on B. Just go quiet, you know, make Entropiq spread thin again. If they've already lent a couple over to B, because Hellion got that blind pick with the AWP, you want to wait for them to spread, no matter which site you hit. Shiro, oh no, Harry, this is the antithesis of, guys, you go A, I'll plant B, but they're doing it on a gun round, and it's one guy going B with a bomb, while everyone else goes A. This is a Joker play for Gambit. This is a meme, and it might work. It's all about aliens rotate with the AWP. Will it be sold? Gambit need kills, and they're being flanked.
Oh, Nafi's going back, but... Oh, this is weird. Crab will hold on. And now that he's seen that, he's kind of like, that's odd. That's weird. But Elian is still pulled around over towards this A site.
Oh,
this is going to be so weird, because for the guys in the site, like, you're committed. You need to kill the players in A before you rotate away, and at least they're doing that. Inters with one more is going to get shut out, and so they don't realize yet, but they
don't know. They don't know.
Come on, there's literally
now they know.
No sound. Takes him a little while, doesn't it? Shiro, all alone, over a B.
No kit, Harry.
And the rotates are taking so long. Shiro might have just won this to time. Like, yeah, they're saving. Oh my goodness. The you go A, I plant B in a gun round just worked.
The pacifist 1v3 clutch for Shiro. No kills needed, mate. Playing the objective.
A real warrior wins with his brain, not with his sword. Shiro says, is like he just styles on them. Look at this. It's not the most exciting clutch you've ever seen, right? But
it took them so long to realize.
They're in the site. They're like stood around going.
No one heard a plant. You know, they're just like, where is he? Where's the planter? I don't get it. I'm so confused.
I'm kind of lost for words. Yeah, like Gambit can't believe that, bro. They're laughing at themselves. They're like, okay, I did not think that was going to work.
Yeah, look, if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Head in your hands, like, jeez.
I did not think that was how it was going to go. When all of Gambit died for one kill on A. And Entropiq, they, you know, I don't want to say they could have won it. Like, they probably lost if they go in, but you don't even try. That's the game we're in right now, folks. When have you ever seen that?
Never.
Nope. A 1v3 by killing no one.
Oh, the spam! Oh, the spam! The nade pull, it's all badly timed, but Nafany is out for blood, out for revenge, and he does trade his old mate Hobbit. Can't take it one step further, though, and this save play is kind of quelled for the time being. Entropiq, they're really unhappy with how that last round went, and so maybe you've poked the bear a little bit.
Little boosty-woosty up on B. Got to make sure you don't jump here. You've got to jump in the middle of the wood, right? Don't jump on the metal pole you can't get over, and they'll hear you. Now, Lucky didn't hear a thing until he finds out by surprise they're in the site. Axel's up and over with a headshot. 3-on-3. This was a man advantage for Entropiq that might mean nothing. They've got no B control. That could have been it for Elian, but flashed off. Forrest are going to go through. Good flash. Axel blind. Planter done. Now Inter finishes the kill just before the nade comes in, and now Shiro needs another clutch. This time he'll have to fight for it. 2 health, and Shiro closes the map and series. Semi-finals done and dusted. A quick day in the office for Gambit. They'll go through to the final to face the winner of VP Na'Vi.